Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next, you feel me? So the NBA offseason is kind of slow right now. Not much going on. I talked about that in the past video. It kind of started out hot, but it's really slowing down, so there's really not much going on to get content out for you guys, and my apologies for that. That is why I just dropped my sneaker reveal video. I just dropped part 2. If y'all have not had a chance, go take a look at that, part 1 and 2 of my sneaker collection reveal. So I'm doing a top 10 list of every position going into next season, starting off with the point guards here in just a second. Before I dive into it, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Help me get to my first 400. I am on my way. Leave a like on the video, and let's get right into it. So y'all keep in mind, this is all my opinion. You don't have to agree with my list. You may think the entire order is wrong. Whatever, it is what it is. It's all my opinion at the end of the day. A couple honorable mentions I have that did not quite make the top 10. LaMelo Ball, I know he's not in there. I'm sorry to LaMelo Ball fans, Horner fans. He didn't make the cut. Drew Holiday also was a point guard that was kind of borderline. I think is still an underrated point guard in the league, but he did not make the cut. So I'm not going to go into crazy detail of why I have every player at each spot, but I'll do a quick kind of analysis of why I like their game, all that type of shit. So number 10, I got Darius Garland. And 8 through 10, I kind of went back and forth with the guys that I have 8 through 10. I didn't know where I wanted to put them, but I finally came up with the final ranking. I landed Darius Garland at number 10 for the Cavs. I really like Garland's game. He's a nice young point guard in the league. He has a lot of room to grow. He has a lot of potential. I think he is going to be a perennial all-star for years to come. We'll see if he can improve his defense, see if he can improve his playmaking. He's getting to be a decent shooter, but he's really the engine of the Cavs. I think it was a surprise for everybody last year, the Cavs team, to be where they were. They lost in the play-in tournament to my Hawks, of course, but Darius Garland didn't really play well in that game. And I really would have liked to see him play just to the type of potential that he's capable of, to the type of level that he's capable of. Now, it was his first time. He's a young point guard, so I'm not going to hold it against him. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Darius Garland. I'm excited to watch him this upcoming season, now that I'm going to have League Pass. So at number 9, I have Shai GilgeousAlexander of the Thunder. And this is another one, man. Again, so I had a tough time ranking 8 to 10. And I wanted to put him at 10. I wanted to put him at 8. I wasn't sure. But I landed on 9 for Shai Gilgeous. I think this is a pretty good spot for him. He's a versatile point guard, but like 6'5", 6'6". The Thunder are just not a very good team. But there was a couple games, man, I was watching. He's pulling up from the logo. Now, they did sit him out towards the end of the season. That load management shit, I hate it. But, you know, they weren't playing for nothing. They were actually tanking to try and get a top 3 pick. I get it, but Shai's going to have a nice comeback season. Not really a comeback season, but he's going to have a nice season next year. I'm looking for him to be an all-star conversation. I know he didn't make it this past year, but he is definitely a all-star caliber player. He's a versatile player, good defender. He's a decent shooter, good playmaker. I like Shai's game, man. He's actually one of my favorite young point guards in the league. I'm excited to watch this Thunder team again with League Pass. I'm excited to watch the Thunder team next year as well. So number 8, I got Dejounte Murray. Now, y'all may say that's a little controversial. Y'all may say I'm a homer. Oh, yeah, you always saying he's number 8 because the Hawks just got him. You might be right. You might be right. I went back and forth with that. I didn't know if to put Dejounte at number 8, 9, or 10. I kind of went back and forth. I landed on number 8, and that's the reason why. It's not because he's a Hawk. In all honesty, it's not because he's a Hawk. It's because of what he does on both ends of the floor. He led the league in steals last year, 21, 8, and 8, or whatever it was, something close to those numbers. Dejounte Murray is just one of the most underrated young point guards. He continuously gets better every year. Now he's going to be playing alongside Trey with a lot more opportunity. Trey playing off ball. I'm very, very excited to watch my Hawks next year. I cannot wait. I think he is going to take that next step. I think he has the potential to be an all-NBA guard, all-defensive guard next to Trey. I really would like to see him improve his jump shot. He's not the greatest jump shooter, but he's very good at attacking the rim. I obviously mentioned his defense already. One of the best playmakers in basketball. He was top 5 in assists last year. I love Dejounte Murray's game, man. I can't wait to see what he does alongside Trey next year. So at number 7, now this one's probably going to be one of the most controversial ones. And again, this is all my opinion. So y'all come at me in the comments. It is what it is. But I got CP3 at number 7. Reason for that, before any Phoenix fans or anything come at me. Chris Paul, man, Father Time is undefeated. He's only getting older. He's battling injuries. Chris Paul is starting to slow down. He's not been a great playoff performer his entire career. He didn't show up against the Dallas series. We've seen it before from Chris Paul. And now I like Chris Paul. He's actually one of my all-time favorite point guards. But as of right now, going into next season, he's not going to have the, well, I'm sorry, he is going to have DeAndre Ayton. I almost just said he's not going to have DeAndre Ayton. I'm thinking he went to the Pacers, but I forgot the Suns matched the offer. So he will have DeAndre Ayton back. He obviously has Devin Booker. It's going to be the same Suns team, but Chris Paul is just, he's still a very, very good point guard. Obviously at number 7. Some people can still consider him top 5. Not my eyes with the guys that I have ahead of him, but he's still the premier, I guess, prototypical point guard is the words I'm looking to say. Prototypical point guard in the league. He's exactly what you want out of a point guard. He plays a little bit of defense. He's still a decent on-ball defender. He still gets steals. Has an incredible mid-range. One of the best playmakers in basketball. But I still got CP at number 7, man. I can't recommend any higher than that. So at number 6, I got another controversial one. And I'm sorry, but I got Kyrie at number 6. So before anybody decides to call me out, say, oh, you don't know basketball. Listen, man. Kyrie's an excellent player in this league. He's one of the best offensive players we've ever seen touch the court at the point guard position. He's so skilled offensively, but it's all the other shit. It's the outside distractions. All that other stuff ties in. He's a poor leader. In my eyes, Kyrie is a cancer. I don't care what y'all say. Kyrie's a cancer in my eyes. He's a team destroyer. You never know if he's going to show up to work. And now, granted, I support his view on the vaccination. I'm not going to get into all that because I don't want to offend anyone, but I support his view on the vaccination. Not even what I'm talking about. It's the taking a personal lead because you don't agree with what's going on in the world. Listen, man, you're a ball player. You're paid to play basketball. Listen, I'm all for players standing up for what they believe in, but at the end of the day, you still have to do your job. I have Kyrie at number 6 simply because of the distraction that he is. You never know what you're going to get, and he's always hurt. That's just another part of it. He's always injured. He only plays 50 to 60 games a season. I think he's only played over 65 games once his entire career. He's never actually led a team really to the play. Yeah, he led the Boston team. I get it and all that, but they had Jaylen Brown. They had Jason Tatum. Now, they were young pups at the time, but come on, man. He hasn't done shit outside of playing with LeBron. I'm going to just call for what it is. He's nothing without LeBron. Him and KD couldn't get it done. They couldn't get it done. It is what it is. I'm going to leave it at that, man. I got Kyrie at number 6. So moving on to the top 5. This is kind of where, I don't know, some people may call me crazy on this. And I know it's going to get controversial, but again, all my opinions, so y'all keep that in mind. At number 5, I got Ja Morant. Ja Morant, what an incredible talent that he is. I love Ja Morant's game. He's one of my favorite young point guards and players in the league. I think Ja Morant is already better than Derrick Rose ever was. Y'all can call me crazy on that. Y'all can say I want to hoops, whatever. I know Derrick Rose won an MVP, but it probably should have been LeBron's. It is what it is. We ain't gonna talk about that. Ja Morant to me is better than Derrick Rose ever was. He's more athletic than Derrick Rose ever was. Man, I don't know. I got a lot of love for Ja Morant. I like the Grizzlies. I really wish he would have stayed healthy against the Warriors. I would have really liked to see what that team could have been if they could have then maybe taken down the Warriors. I think it was a 2-2 series whenever Ja went down. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I can't remember exactly how it played out, but Ja Morant, man, he's so electric. He's so fun to watch. The athleticism. Now, he's not a great shooter, and he's actually one of the worst defensive point guards in basketball by the statistics, but he's still an outstanding young player. He led the Grizzlies team. Now, a lot of people may say that Ja's not as good as people think he is because the Grizzlies were a great team without him. That may be. That's why a lot of people have a different opinion on Ja. I like Ja's game. I think he's still an all-star point guard. He's going to be a perennial all-star going forward. He's going to be an all-NBA point guard going forward. I love Ja's game. Once he improves his jump shot, which I think he will, he's impossible to stop, to stay in front of, going to the rim. He's going to put you on a poster, man. That's who Ja is. I love Ja's game. I got him at number 5, just cracking the top 5. So I know some of y'all are not going to like this one and you're going to disagree with it, but I got my boy Dame Time, number 4. Number 4 point guard in the NBA. And the reason why, going into next season, number 4 point guard in the NBA. I know he's coming off injury. I get all that. But keep in mind, we're talking about going into next season. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. Dame is the ultimate professional. He's exactly what you want in a point guard. He's not a team hopper. He's not a team destroyer. He's a great leader. Dame is just the ultimate professional. Now, at some point, I'm going to start to question, my boy, when are you going to start to want to win? The Blazers ain't winning shit anytime soon. He's too loyal. Dame, you too loyal, my guy. You are too loyal. You got to, at some point, make a change and want to win a championship. And I know he wants to win, but he wants to win it with the Blazers, and that's just not going to happen. He's a great leader. He's one of the most clutch players in the NBA. He's one of the best shooters in the NBA at the point guard position. Now, this is a dude that, a couple years ago, we was talking about the 1 and 2 point guards in the NBA was him and Curry. And a lot of people would argue Kyrie and everything. I've never thought Kyrie was better than Dame. I've always thought Dame was a better player. If you put Dame on that 2006 championship Cavs team, they're still winning the championship because Dame is just as clutch as Kyrie. He's a better leader than Kyrie. He's a better shooter than Kyrie. Probably doesn't finish as well, but he's more athletic than Kyrie. I don't know. Y'all say what you want. Y'all may disagree. Y'all might put Dame at 6, Kyrie at 4. I don't care. I got Dame Dollar at number 4. One of my all-time favorite point guards, one of my favorite players in the NBA right now. I got him at number 4. So the top 3, the 3 guys that I have left. And y'all already know, if you have, based off of the names, who you have not heard. I know this is going to be a controversial one. It is what it is. Y'all know I'm a fan. My boy Trey, number 3. Y'all already know how I feel about Trey. I don't really need to go into a complete analysis of why I have him as a top 3 point guard in the NBA. But I do have him as number 3. And one of the best playmakers in basketball. One of the best scoring point guards in basketball. Now, he doesn't play lick of defense, but there's not a lot of point guards that do. Led us into the Eastern Conference Finals. Not last year now, because I guess last year would be this past year. So the year before. Either way, been to the Eastern Conference Finals. He didn't play well actually against Miami at all. It was probably one of the worst performances I've seen out of a star player in the playoffs. But there's a lot of shit that tied into that, man. I'm not going to critique it. I've already done game recaps on those series. I'm not going to go back in time and re-talk about why he had a bad playoff performance, but it is what it is. I still got Trey at number 3, especially going into next season with Dejounte Murray playing alongside of him. Now, Dejounte Murray is still a point guard, but he's going to be playing the 2. He's just going to take so much pressure off Trey, and I think Trey's game is going to get taken to the next level. Playing off ball a lot more. I think you're going to see him a lot more in that Steph Curry role, coming off screens, playing off ball. I think you're going to really see Trey take that next step next season. He's already an All-NBA point guard, All-Star point guard, 2-time All-Star. I got my boy Trey, Ice Trey, at number 3. So the top 2 point guards in the NBA are pretty damn obvious, right? If you made it this far, you know who's left. At number 2, I got Luka Magic. And what can I say about him? I mean, y'all already know what this dude brings to the table. Led the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals this past year with not a great roster. They just dusted the Suns in Game 7 in Phoenix. Luka is just incredible. Some people call him an unathletic LeBron, a young bird. It's just what Luka is in the NBA is just, he's incredible. I don't even know how else to put it. He does everything. He's one of the best playmakers. Can score, can rebound. Now, he doesn't play lick of defense, just like Trey, just like Ja, just like them other guys, Kyrie. But again, not a lot of point guards in the NBA play defense. So I'm not going to hold him against that. But a lot of people have questioned his leadership and why him and Porzingis had to end up being split up because of his leadership. Now, I'm not going to question that. I'm not a Mavs fan. I didn't watch a ton of Mavs games last year, but I caught a pretty good bit of them. And Luka is just a generational, transcendent player in this league. He's going to be an All-NBA player almost probably every year going forward. I think he is probably the NBA favorite, not NBA favorite, but the MVP favorite going into the next season, at least for me. I think he's going to be in the top 5 discussion for the next 10 years of the MVP, as long as he stays healthy. Luka he's just so damn good. I really can't wait to see what the Mavericks do this year without Jalen Brunson, but they did add Christian Wood, so I think they're going to be really exciting to watch. And I'm really excited to see if Luka can enter that top 2 to 3 MVP conversation next year. So y'all already know who number 1 is. It's pretty damn obvious. It is Steph Curry. In my eyes, he's the greatest point guard ever played. And I know most people have Magic still at number 1. But in my opinion, it's Curry. I think this championship put him over the top. I've said that in the past video. I think he should be a 2-time Finals MVP. I think in 2015, he deserved it. But Iguodala won it for guarding LeBron, which he still averaged like 40, which I don't understand. But that's a different discussion for another day. Best shooter of all time. Steph Curry really cemented himself as I think in my mind, a top 10 player of all time. He's the best point guard in the league, man. There's not a debate. What he did in that finals was incredible. They have a very, very strong chance of repeating next year. And if he gets a 5th championship, man, we're going to have some discussions. And I'm not even going to go into what it is, but I think we're going to have some discussions of where Curry ranks all time. I think he's above Magic. Some people may disagree. I did not watch Magic growing up. I'm a little too young for that, but obviously I've watched film on him on YouTube and shit like that, like most younger guys have, but I still think Curry's a better player. Curry's a generational talent, man. We're never going to see another Steph Curry. The way he shoots the damn basketball, Curry changed the game. He has changed the NBA. It is now a three-point shooting league, and that is because of Steph Curry. He's the greatest shooter. He's the greatest point guard in my eyes of all time. He's the number one point guard in the league, and there's no debate. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not even a Warriors fan. There's no debate. There is no debate. You could say what you want about Kyrie, Luka, anything like that. Curry's the damn best point guard, and that's what it is. That's what it is. I ain't gonna go any more into it, man, because that is what it is. So that's pretty much it, man. That's all I got. That is my top 10 point guards list going into next season. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. What would you change? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Let me know if you would change anything, if at all. Leave a like on the video, and I will catch y'all next episode.